getting out of the city life and spreading out a little bit, and trying to find a place where we'd be comfortable raising kids. Starting a hobby, I was kind of restless, I think was the actual answer.
Extremely.
I'm an ER doctor is my other job, and I'm always needing to be busy. And so we kind of worked our way down the peninsula looking for land during the recession, and found a little plot of land up the street, which is where we originally planted in 2011. 2011. Yeah. And our business plan was really up in the air when we first were deciding what to plant. We decided in the area here is a great area to start, but there were not a lot of white grapes in the area. We planted what we love.
So we planted all white Rhones.
Very cool.
Everybody thought we were crazy.
They still think we're a little crazy.
I've seen Viognier pop up on a lot of tasting room menus,
Right.
so maybe you guys aren't that crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we planted all the grapes, and then by the time we opened in 2015, we opened the tasting room with 3 white wines, which again, people thought was nuts.
You're not making a cab?
No cab,
Right.
no Pinot. I know.
Nothing red at the time.
Yeah.
We were looking down the peninsula from San Francisco. We knew we wanted an established wine community, and as we got introduced to this area and met a couple of the other winemakers and owners, they were so friendly and welcoming, and we're just like, yeah, come on down, we'll help you out however we can, let us know what we can do. There's no other place to be. Right? One of the first people we met was Tim Slater of Sarah's Vineyard, which I think you guys talked to him already.
Yep.
And so a few months after that, I just called him up one day and I said, I want to come work for you. Just teach me everything you know. Here's what we have planned. He said, that'd be awesome. So I was there for 3.5 years or something, and I would rotate through whether it was harvest, I was in the winery, if it was, in the vineyard, in the tasting room, whatever that time of year required. So yeah, he was a huge mentor. Todd went with me to work there anytime he could when he was off on the other job.
Was he making Rhone varietal wines at the time? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she would get the glamorous jobs of midnight punch downs and things like that, and I'd go with her at 11:45 to do all of Tim Slater's Pinots for him. And I realize it's hard work. I mean, it's not glamorous in any way. It looks glamorous, but it's a lot of hard work. And it's really a lot of plumbing. Getting to know a lot of plumbing.
Really? Tell us about that.
I mean, you're moving wine here or there, you're being very careful in moving the wine here and there.
Yep.
If you have a leak, that's a problem. And generally speaking, learning the trade, it's very much an apprenticeship. And I trained in much the same way, see one, do one, teach one. That's kind of what I employed in learning this trade too. I think the long-term goal was always to plant our own, make it our own. The quality of the wine is always, we think, starts in the vineyard. And the organic practices and how you treat the land itself really speaks in the wine itself.
Behind us here are all of our reds currently. So we've got Grenache, Syrah, Mourvedre, Cinsault, and Provence.
And the whites?
All up the street. Marsanne, Roussanne, Grenache Blanc, Viognier,
We're getting ready to plant some obscure Chateauneuf-du-Pape reds. Maybe the first that I know of on the West Coast. They were just approved in 2015, so 3 more reds. Muscardin, Tourette Noir, Vaccarese.
Very cool.
So those are going to be blenders to put with our GSM blends.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
Exciting stuff.
Yeah.
So obviously a huge focus on the Rhone Valley. I know you guys took a trip out to France and spent some time in that region. Can you tell us a little about that experience?
It was our honeymoon. And we had decided we were planting, but we hadn't completely narrowed down the scope of what it was going to be. So we went out to France and traveled from Nice up to Lyon and back, basically, and fell in love with Viognier. Went to Condrieu. Like every day, we would go to the wine shop and get a different bottle of Condrieu and some bread and cheese, and that was, what I needed. So totally fell in love with that. And as we talked with people around here about what would you recommend, what would your advice be as we get started, they said plant what you love. So that was an easy one to start with Viognier and just kind of build off of that.
Probably the romance of it. I mean, we were there on our honeymoon. The wines are so unique here. They're so concentrated, and it's such a small little area. The wines that you buy might come from a 5-acre parcel, much like ours. And you can taste complete differences in this small, compacted area in each wine.
I mean, we are, I think, 14 miles from the coast as the crow flies, so we do get a little bit of that influence, but it's still warm enough in the day. You get that diurnal warm days, cool nights. There's a pretty strong breeze that comes through here, specifically to San Martin, that helps keep things dry, so you're not dealing with a lot of the issues of damp leaves and stuff.
The clay here, so this is mostly clay soils, holds a lot of water in the winter, which is good and bad. The clay in the summer also good and bad. When we drilled our well here, we went through about 200 feet of clay and then hit solid rock. So this is an old alluvial soil valley that's built up over time. And I think the diversity, just growing Viognier here versus a mile that way, would be dramatically different.
Whenever you ask what sparked anything, just look at him, basically.
Yeah, I'm the idea maker, and she's the realist.
He's like the kite that flies up. I'm always like, all right. So, yeah, I mean, people always ask for sweet wine. And so we're like, well, what can we do that still kind of fits within our profile, specific to Rhone? And just decided we would try this out, and we were really specific with the amount of sweetness to it because we don't really like that cloying, syrupy type. Some people love it. So yeah, we had a good time doing the tasting trials on that, and then put it all together, and it's been well received.
Yeah, it's always refreshing to see people say, I didn't know that port was white. And so,
nobody expects that.
Yeah, and Americans don't know that as much. So just a unique niche for us to have another product for Americans who love lots of products. Probably trying to balance real life with winery life. There are certain times of the year when it takes a lot out of us, and with kids, it takes a lot out of my partner. The balance of trying to have my professional life, have this life, and have a family life and a vacation life is sometimes difficult. We got into this very young, as opposed to a lot of people in the area, which is, again, a double-edged sword because we're getting it early, and we kind of knew what we were getting ourselves into. We knew it was a lot of work, and we've done a lot of it ourselves, which has taken a lot out of us, but I think in the next 5 years it's going to pay off.
When we first started, we did everything side by side. We both wanted to make sure we knew exactly how to do it all. Once we had our first child 5 years ago, we realized we needed to divide the labor a little bit. So he took over the farming primarily. I took over the sales and marketing, and then we still do the winemaking together. Let the grapes speak for themselves. We really try to be as hands-off as we can. We try to get everything done in the vineyard. It's going to make the wine the way it is, to where we don't have to mess around with it or fix anything.
We don't like to go back and fix problems. We like to anticipate problems and try as hard as we can to avoid problems.
Love that.
Well, the name itself is named after the Leon family, who happen to be wine club members. Mr. Leon owned this land 150 years ago. When we branded, we were trying to come up with a name that incorporated geographic locale, because we have 2 vineyards. And we wanted it to incorporate this small area as a unique area. So when people said, where's Lion Ranch, they know it's San Martin because this is the historic area that's unique to the name itself. We could have named it after our last name or some other things, but we really wanted to hold the history and the uniqueness of the area with the geography and the climate and the history, really.
I think that this area has and continues to be able to grow amazing wine grapes and turn those into fantastic wines. And the collegial, friendly atmosphere amongst the winemakers, I feel like I would be shocked if that happens anywhere else, honestly. We get together with people as personal friends regularly. The wineries have an opportunity to get together every month, just to be social and try each other's wines and everything. And, you know, between the grapes and the wine and the people, that's everything.